G'day, that's Slot Car Guy here, and welcome back to another slot car video. And today I have an impressive slot car set to share with you today. It is HO, it is JDM goodness, released in Japan, but I found it here in Australia. What is it? Well, it's the Fuji Speedway Baku Backfire set. So stick around, full unboxing, let's set it up, and hopefully I can get this spark action to work. So before we dive headfirst into the unboxing, let's just admire how well done the box art was back in the day. Now this to me is one of the best looking box arts I have in my collection. So let's look through it together now. Top left hand corner, the Baku Backfire Fuji Speedway set with some Japanese writing, which I'm not even going to try and translate. Moving down from that, we have the Fuji Speedway set up with all the bits and bobs on track, which looks really good. I love how it shows you what your track could look like. Now we've got 1 through to 5, and I'll try and make sense of what they all are. The first one looks like the speaker box system. I really hope mine works. Fingers crossed we get that going. Number 2, we have the spark action, which is an add-on to the chassis. Again, I hope I can get that happening for you guys. Turn some lights off and see if I can get some sparkies going. Car number 3, number 3, I think it's showing off the AFX car. I can't read that. Number 4, working headlights. Fingers crossed that the headlights work on these cars. If not, that's okay, but fingers crossed. Then number 5, we have the other layouts that they recommend, 3 in total. But bang straight in the middle is one of the best pictures I have seen on a slot car set. Look at that, 2 GDR 32 Skylines, the Calsonic Car 12, the AFX Car 1, racing around the Fuji Speedway. That looks incredible. Moving to the right, we've got the pits. Again, another really well done drawing. I like the drawing on the front of it, the broom in the fire. Just above that shows off the cars. Now take note, the picture on the front box has a chrome lip with the black center, while the car itself, the slot car itself, has red deep dish rims. Down to the bottom, we've got Hasim Motorsports with a male's face. Do not know who he is. If you do know, hit the comments. But wow, what an incredible looking box set. But let's flip it around and check out the back, because there's still some more details that we can go through. So I've spun it around the back, and the first feels I get on this is a 90s retro video game menu. I don't know why, but that's how I feel when I look at the back of this box set itself. But let's talk through it together. Top left hand corner, smaller scale picture of the 2 Skylines that we saw on the front. Over to the right top hand side, we've got the 3 tracks again with the Fuji setup. I really like how they show the 3 tracks. Right hand side of the box is all the parts and pieces. I think we're missing about 10%, some stickers, some finishing products, but we'll have a look when we get inside the box itself. Over to the left, we've got that 90s feel, the video game menu feel, sort of choose your track, the Fuji layout, and I can't read the writing, but I think this is absolutely epic. And then we've got the AFX Skyline down the bottom showing that spark action. So the time has come, let's unbox it, and fingers crossed I can get that spark action happening. So let's take a look at the track pieces that we get in this box set, and lucky for me, all the track pieces are here. First off, we have 4 of the 9R 1/4. We have 1 of the 9 1/8. We have 7 of the 6Rs. The most important piece, where the power goes, the 15 straight. 1 of the standalone 15 straights. We have 2 9 straights. And 1 3 straight. And that completes all the track pieces. Now let's have a quick look at the accessories that go on the track itself. We have 6 orange guardrails. We have this really cool starting gantry, but unfortunately I don't have the stickers for it. Damn. We have 2 controllers. We have the ever useful Japanese power plug. Luckily I've got an Australian one. And I think the coolest part of this track is this grandstand, which I can't wait to test out. I believe it makes some noises, but it is complete. Missing a couple of stickers, but that's okay. But let's have a quick close look at the 2 Skylines. So let's kick it off with AFX car number 1, the Nissan Skyline GDR with the British flags on the front, which I've only just noticed that the Union Jack. Love this, incredible, good condition. Even got the striker base underneath near my thumb. You can see that greyed out area with that little point. That is what strikes on the ground to make the sparks. Really, really good condition. I do like the deep dish red rims. The box art shows a different rim, but of course it does show you what car you get in there with the correct rims. And on top we have Nissan. Really good condition. Happy to add this to my collection. So car number 2, a fan favorite, a very iconic car. Car number 12, Celsonic Nissan Skyline GTR R32. Again, incredible condition. I'm absolutely stoked how good these are. The bodies are still nice and vibrant. The detail is all still there, but underneath we are missing the striker base, as you saw on car number 1. Luckily, the seller did put another chassis with another striker base on it, so hopefully I can retrofit it and get this one around my track. But if not, at least I can test one of them with the striker. This is my second Celsonic in my collection. I do have the Fireball Challenge set, but stoked to have 2, and again, incredible condition. Now let's set the track up and let's go for a spin. So what does the Fuji Speedway track look like? Well, take a look at this. It is a small layout, fits perfectly on this plastic fold-out table, but let's have a look at some of the functions that this set provides. Now, the pit area does make some noise. You can see on top there is a speaker, but how does this thing plug into the power supply itself? Well, I have used an adjustable power supply in the middle, just like a normal track, but these grey little connectors are what makes this thing happen. So you plug one into each controller port, then the controller plugs into one of those separately. So when you pull the trigger, this then activates. Let me tell you, it is the worst sounding noise, and I will give you a demo in a tick, but it is pretty damn cool. Unfortunately, the gantry doesn't have any stickers. That's okay. The 2 cars are ready to rock and roll. This is the spare chassis with the striker plate on the rear. Now, in regards to the striker plate, I can't get it to happen. Now, if we come down to the track, you can see it just sitting at the back of the car, just hanging down the bottom there. I believe that's meant to strike on one of the rails as you go around the corner, and it will throw off some spark. I can't get that to happen. But let me give you a demo of how this pit area sounds. It's supposed to mimic some race car noises. Let me know what you think. So I'm going to give a fair warning here. We're about to test what this sounds like. It's supposed to mimic a race car. Trust me, if your volume is up, please turn it down because it sounds terrible. But here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. And there we go. So 10 laps, let's see how fast we can get this Skyline around Fuji Speedway.
Countdown started. 5 seconds.
So that's a wrap on my review of the Fuji set straight from Japan, and I was seriously lucky to find it here in Australia, and the seller was an absolute legend. So thank you, mate, for selling it to me. Me as a collector, I'm stoked to have this. I think it's collectible now. Is it valuable? I think it will go up in value. Does that matter? To me, no, but it is nice knowing you've got some stuff that you think may be valuable in the future. But do you think this will be valuable? I'm not too sure if I'm just being a JDM fan. Talking about JDM, I was lucky enough as a young fella to have an R32 Skyline and an R33 Skyline, so this to me is just heaven. Now the track is small, I don't mind. I think that's incredible. I can set it up anywhere. I can even frame it in the future just to sort of preserve the track itself. Some of the functions didn't work. I couldn't get the striker plate to work, but that's okay. That's probably more my fault than the track itself. And we are missing some stickers, but you know what? Both cars are there, all the important pieces are there, and this incredible box art. But what's your thoughts? Do we like this set? Do you think it's going to be collectible? But I am looking at other sets at the moment. Yes, I've done a little bit of HO on the channel at the moment. I will go back to the other scales, but you will see a lot more HO, 143, 132, and 124, because I think that all scales should be enjoyed. But this one, I tell you what, I can't believe I actually found it. But as always, at That Slot Car Guy on Instagram and YouTube. Be safe, take care, support your local. Ciao.